I said, hey, yo! Welcome to another My Team video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that already. Today, I'm going to show you one of the methods on how to actually make MT. Now, I watched maybe 1 or 2 videos on how to actually make MT on my team in NBA 2K19, and I have to say that a lot of YouTubers are pretty much saying the same stuff. So I do have one method for the budget ballers. If you are somebody who doesn't have millions and millions and millions in MT, you really do not need it at all in order for you to actually make MT. So the method I'm going to show you, it is a slow grind, so I do have to ask you to have patience. But what I'm going to show you today is investing. And no, it's not like stocks and bonds, but it really is like investing. And I'm going to show you one way I actually did it. I tested it out like a week ago, and I made a lot of MT off of it. Now, I didn't get rich off of it because I was just doing a little test run, but I'm doing it a lot more now that I know that I can actually make MT. So let's gonna go ahead and get started and show you exactly what I do. So what I do, of course, is I snipe in the auction house. Now, I'm not gonna tell you look for the pink diamond cards. I'm not gonna tell you to, sit by the auction house for about 2.5 hours and just looking for, Danny Granger or whatever card that costs about over 100 MT. That is a very slow grind. It could be a fast grind as well, but it's time consuming, and I just feel like time is money. And that time that you're waiting, actually trying to snipe those cards, you can actually just go on triple threat and make about 30 to 45,000 MT by just playing triple threat and winning games. So I generally don't like to just sit by this auction house and just like wait on a card to come my way, and because the chances are you might not even win that card. And if you're still listening right now, you understand why that sucks. So I will just start right here by showing you my auction outcomes. So let's go back to the word investment. So what you want to do, plain and simple, invest in throwback cards. Invest in throwback cards. So as you can look right here, this is just another test that I'm doing right here. I bought a lot of Lakers cards and more Celtics cards. And it doesn't matter whether Lakers or Celtics, I just bought whatever was cheap at the time. So a lot of these cards were going for about 900, 950, 1,000, maybe 11 to 1,200. And I just bought them because I know once these packs expire in like 10 days, that these cards are going to be worth either 2 times more, 3 times more, 5 times more. Like, you really never know. All I know is when I put this Horace Grant on an auction in like 2 weeks, that it's going to be worth way more than I actually bought it for. So whether that's going to be 500 MT, 1,000 MT, or 5,000 MT. So when I did my test run, I started with the Warriors, and I had cards like Danielle Marshall. Danielle Marshall was very cheap at the time. I felt like I was taking a risk by buying like 2 Danielle Marshalls, but I only bought them for like, 1,000 or 1,500 or something lower than that. And let's take a look here. So yeah, Danielle Marshall. Look at Danielle Marshall now. Now, he was going for about 1,000 when he first came out. They were just like giving him away, like left and right. Like, who cares about Danielle Marshall? I sold this guy on an auction block maybe like a couple of days ago, and I sold 2 of them for 5,000. As you can see right here, he's worth so much money now. I figured this out once I started looking at the packs from like the beginning of the game. Like, I remember like when the Timberwolves came out, and I did not collect all of the Timberwolves. Like, I only got like 1 card. Al Jefferson is probably the only card I got from the throwback packs, and I sniped Kevin, and I got him from a schedule mode pack. So if you look at the rest of them, like Marbury actually probably goes for the least, like 8,000. Christian Laettner goes for 8,000 as well. Trenton, let's take a look here. You see what I'm saying here? Like, these cards should not go for this much, but it's the fact that they've been expired for maybe about 2 months or so, that you cannot get these packs anywhere else. Like, it's over with. Like, where else are you gonna get Timberwolves packs other than schedule mode? Maybe triple threat if you actually win it, but you never really see that anymore. So much what I'm showing you today is that you need to invest in throwback cards, or you can invest that in cards that are expired. And I'm not saying like, oh, the Jordan packs, or go not the Jordan packs, but actual Jordan. Like, I'm not saying go for Jordan, or I'm not saying go for Giannis. I'm talking about go for Luau Deng. Go for Artist Gilmore. That Artist Gilmore card was going for 13,000 at one point when the packs were actually active. But once those packs became inactive, guess how much Artist Gilmore actually goes for now? I actually end up selling like 2 of them for 30,000 when he came out. I'm not sure what he goes for now, but I'm pretty sure it's not cheap. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's do this filter. See, look, 28, nothing, and a little bit more. Yeah, so he's still going for around 30,000. So you have to invest in expired packs. Now, what I probably made from doing this, maybe 100,000 MT. I haven't actually done it much. This is like my first time actually trying to do it. So I definitely made some MT off of it. You can see I bought these all on one day, just randomly, and I'm gonna buy some more. So when I say you can actually do this on a budget, it does not require you to have 100,000. It doesn't require you to have my MT, which is like half a million. You don't need all of that MT. You can use about 20 to 30,000 MT and don't even have to spend all that money. Just spend what you can, invest in some of these cars, keep them until the packs actually expire, then put them back on the block when you see, oh, Horace Grant goes for 5,000 now. So I have not seen any YouTubers talk about this method, but of course I'm not looking at all of the videos. I just hope that I'm the only one, because maybe it'll give me more views. But it is a method that is actually working for me, and I hope it actually works out for you guys. Another tip is to never, ever, ever buy throwback packs. There's literally no reason for you to buy throwback packs unless you want the throwback elite player. A lot of the times, like, the throwback elite players aren't even usable. Like, I don't even use any of the throwback. Like, I got the Elgin Baylor card, like, in the singles pack, like, randomly from VC that I made in Park, which I was happy about. But I had no ambition on actually buying any of those cards, because you don't buy those packs. You don't need to buy packs. These cards go for so little, so I'm gonna just show you the method of what I actually do before I actually end the video. So what I do is go on theme, I go on historic, and what I do is I put the filter. I do two ways. I do a minimum bid, and sometimes I do buyout. But for minimum bid, I can guarantee you that you can probably get more cards this way. So what I do is I put a minimum of 500, and for the maximum, I put 1,500 at most. I do not recommend spending over 2,000 for a throwback card when they come out, of course. Once the packs expire, they're gonna be so much higher. So you go to 500, 1,500, and you take a look here. Now, another recommendation, do this on the second day that the packs come out. Do not wait, because once it's the second day, I can guarantee you that it's gonna be a lot more of these cards. Now, it is a lot of cards here, but they're going for much more than when I was actually buying. So you can probably look at this card, like this Rondo right here. I'm gonna put like a filter of like maybe 1250 most. And I'm not the highest bidder. All right, so 1,500 most. Let's see, another Rondo. See, I'll just go for the ones that are cheaper. And I'm probably not gonna win all of these because it's a little late in the game, but I highly recommend that you do this on the second day. Put filters on, like, go all the way up. Let somebody bid you until their arms are tired, because once people see that there's people putting these bids on here, they're like, oh yeah, I don't want to bid that guy anymore. Don't go anywhere above 1,500. If you go above 1,500, God bless you. I don't know if you're probably gonna make a profit. I just don't know if it's worth it. You don't have to spend that much money. Yeah, so you can literally get these cards for 900 to 1,000. You see this card right here? I don't know if this Horace Grant is gonna go, and I'll just bid on this one right here. So we'll see if we win these cards, but like, this is the way that I do it right here, to just win cards and go all the way up. Maximum 1,500. If you have a lot of MT, it's a lot easier for you to win these cards, because you could just do about like 1,000 of them and don't care. Like this one right here, I'll just go ahead and put my bid in. Well, this is an old card, so I'm not gonna do that. That's actually the Rockets. So I'll show you the other way that I actually do it too. You can go on buyout, the same method, and buy every, like, once the cards come out, just buy every single card here that is under 15. Like, honestly, I don't even care like how much I buy it for. I don't care if I get it for 800 or if I get it for 15. As long as I can just have the card for my collection. And then after that, I'm done with my own collection. I start looking for the ones that go for under 1,500. Now, eventually these cards are gonna go for over. Never buy them for over 1,500. It is never worth it. Maybe sometimes the rubies will go a little bit over. I bought the Yao Ming over 1,500. that was one card that I actually tested. I think last week is when the Yao Ming card came out, and I saw that he was going for 5,000 at the time. I bought one for 6,000, and I put that card back on the block like 2 weeks later. He was going for 11. So yeah, that's just one of the methods. Like I said, you don't need any MT. This is for the budget people. This is for people who do not have a ton of MT. This method works out, and I highly recommend that you use it. You can listen to the YouTubers. You can do like the little snipes where you getting like the deep rage dead eye or the pink diamonds or everything like that. If that's the way you like to snipe, the way that you like to do it. But this is more of a guarantee. There's almost no risk. There's always cards in the auctions when the packs are out for throwbacks. So that's why I'm saying like this is so much easier and just waiting by the auction house and doing the filters for all of these cheese cards and just might not getting nothing. You just spent 2 hours trying to snipe and you got almost nothing. Like, why waste your time doing that? But if you need like a very easy, user-friendly way, I recommend doing it my way. If you have any questions, just put it down in the comment section. If you have any advice, put it down in the comment section. If you already know this method, I'm sorry that I wasted your time. If you have any other methods, put it in the comment section as well. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm 0260, and I'm out.